Fix and flip. Is it still profitable in 2025? A guy flipped a house in Austin last year and lost $40,000. Not made $40,000. Lost it. And he's not alone. Today we're breaking down whether fix and flip is actually worth your money in 2025. Let's start with the elephant in the room. Interest rates. In 2020, you could get a fix and flip loan at 3.5%. Today, we're hovering around 7 to 8%. That's not a small difference. That's the difference between making money and getting destroyed. Here's the math nobody talks about. Let's say you buy a property for $300,000. You need a renovation loan. The lender wants 15% down. That's $45,000 in cash right out of your pocket before you even buy a hammer. Then they charge you 7.5% interest on the remaining amount. You're holding that loan for 6 months while you renovate. The interest alone costs you around $11,000. Add in contractor fees. And quality contractors in 2025 are charging more than they did 5 years ago because materials are expensive. You're looking at $50,000 to $70,000 in renovation costs for a mid-range property. Then there's property taxes while you own it, insurance, utilities, permits that cost more now than they used to. You just spent $130,000 total. The property needs to sell for at least $430,000 to break even. In most markets, that's a 40% profit margin needed just to cover your actual costs and make it worth your time. Here's what changed. In 2021 and 2022, you could buy a house, do basic cosmetic work, and flip it in 3 months for an easy $30,000 profit. Buyers were competing. Multiple offers. Cash buyers everywhere. That market doesn't exist anymore. Current days on market for flipped homes? 60 to 90 days in most metros. That means carrying costs go up. Your holding period extends. You're bleeding money the longer it sits. I'm not saying fix and flip is dead. I'm saying it requires a different approach in 2025 than it did in 2022. The people winning right now? They're targeting one of 3 specific plays. Play number 1. Distressed properties. These are houses that need serious work. Foundation issues. Major mold. Structural problems. Most retail buyers run away. But if you have expertise, if you actually know construction, you can buy these at significant discounts. A house that's worth $400,000 in perfect condition might sell for $250,000 in distressed condition. That's your margin. Your actual profit comes from doing real work, not from market appreciation. You need contractors on speed dial. You need to know what you're doing. Play number 2. Out-of-state markets. Everyone's looking at Austin, Miami, Los Angeles. Properties are expensive there. Interest is high. Competition is brutal. But in secondary markets, think mid-sized cities in the Midwest and Southeast, you can still find deals. A $300,000 property in Nashville might rent for $2,500 a month. In California, that same property might be $800,000 and rent for $3,500. Your renovation costs are lower. Your holding costs are lower. Your profit margins actually work. Play number 3. New construction. This isn't technically a flip, but builders are struggling to move inventory right now. Some builders are offering 8 to 10% discounts or covering closing costs. You buy new, hold for a year, sell as a nearly new home. You're not gambling on renovations. You're not dealing with contractors who are months behind schedule. Your risk is lower. Your timelines are predictable. What's not working right now? Generic suburban flips. Buying a 20-year-old cookie-cutter house in a saturated market. Adding new paint and fixtures. And hoping to sell it for 15% more. That math doesn't work when your carrying costs are this high. Real talk. If you have $100,000 to invest, is fix and flip your best move? If you put that money into a Roth IRA and S&P 500 index funds, you're looking at average returns of 10% annually. $10,000 with zero work. No contractors. No midnight phone calls about plumbing problems, no risk of being underwater on the market. Fix and flip could net you 15 to 20% annually. But that's only if you actually execute well. And that requires expertise most people don't have. Plus, you need cash reserves. You need to understand construction. You need local market knowledge. The honest answer? Fix and flip in 2025 is profitable if you're doing it as a real business. If you're treating it as passive income or a get-rich-quick side project, you're going to get hurt. The barrier to entry used to be capital. Now it's knowledge and execution. If you're thinking about getting into real estate or you want to understand why the market shifted this hard, subscribe right now. We drop videos breaking down real financial moves every single week. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss when we go live.